to link you up, man.
Word.
That's positive shit right there, man. It's good to hear that.
Oh yeah. And Jacko, he always love, especially coming out of LI around the same area. So when Jacko he made the call, and we talking to Mike Prince, I'm like, oh shoot, man, I'm really about to get signed, you know?
Yeah, I got, the vibes. Rocking out with your truly Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce. I want to make sure y'all hear me before I proceed. And hold on. Let's make sure y'all hear me. I want to make sure y'all hear the audio clearly. And I'm going to give y'all the goods. A little congested, man. But I want to make sure y'all hear me. How is the audio sounding? It's a little muffled, but it is what it is. Close this door. All right, y'all. I'm on deck. So Jared Anderson. I want to start off with Jared Anderson. Successful homecoming fight, but it has been reported, and people are speaking on the fact that that he broke down after the fight with the homie Charles Martin in tears because his streak of knockouts ended at home. I'm gonna get into that a little bit because I was aware of this, right? When it took place, but I was, somewhere else with it myself. Jihad suffering his first loss. But normally, what I would do in this, I would have leaked that out, right? And I was thinking about doing that, but like I said, that's what you do. If you know, you know, right? If there's a story that is hot, that you don't want to touch or you can't touch, you usually leak it. So that's what I planned on doing, right? Because I was aware of this, that he had broke down in the locker room after the victory, and I was like, yo, that's a hot story. Myself, I probably would have went on and talked about it, but like I said, my mind was a million places that night. But that's how the game is played. When you see guys, certain news media getting leaked stories, that's how it goes. Like you leak the story out. I have people that I leak stories out to, whether it's Team Tucker stuff or stuff that I can't personally put out. I give it to media guys that I respect in the game, right? Media guys that I know put out content, videos, and things like that. I might throw it out there. But yeah, so Jared Anderson broke down, right? And covering him that whole from Thursday, I was there since Thursday, so from Thursday to Sunday, covering him, right? And observing the Mark Kriegel piece that they did and being around like his moms, his family. A lot of his family was there. And this is a 23-year-old young man. I'm not going to call him a kid because he's a young man, 23 years old, with the weight of the world on his shoulders. Then you add in the fact that if you watch the Roy Jones piece that I did, a couple weeks ago leading up to the fight, a big heart. And if you ever been to Toledo and you know about Toledo, like I said, it's not the most affluent of cities. And if you watch the Roy Jones piece, he spoke about, uplifting his community and providing jobs for his family, friends, and loved ones. He has like I said, he has a lot. He's carrying a lot at 23 years old, and he's doing his thing. So yeah, he broke down in the locker room, crying. He won the fight. I think the fact that he got touched up a little bit, he got rocked in that last round, But like I said, he has a lot going on. His older brother, is incarcerated for watch the Mark Kriegel piece, but his brother was in the streets of Toledo, And like I said, if you've been to Toledo, man, it's a rough place, man. A lot of gangs, gang activity, poverty, drugs. So Jared is in Houston, but he keeps Toledo dear and near. His mother, father were there in Houston as well. A lot of his inner family, they are no longer in Toledo, but Toledo is still dear and near to his heart. So he was able to bring ESPN and Top Rank to his city and put on. They had a firework display. It was a lot going on that weekend, right? A lot going on. And a lot of times, when people tend to, especially guys like him, because he's a Goliath, he's a big man. If you ever been around him in person, he's big. Like he's and I say this with all due respect, man, because I like him, man. Young guy. He's a big teddy bear to me, man. My daughter was playing with him all weekend with his dog, Asu. He got a big-ass dog, King Corso, huge, like 100. And he's still a puppy. I think he's barely 1 year old or 7 months. Dog is massive. I didn't really want to steal him, man. Had I not had to take Jihad and the crew home, I might have got him because he liked my daughter. His dog liked my daughter. My daughter fed him Hot Pockets. And we were seeing him because his dog is very trained. Good dog, right? Big dog. But his demeanor, right? You can tell he's a very people person, kind-hearted. But like I said, when you're that young and it's obvious that he's the breadwinner of the family. You have a lot on your shoulders, man. So when I heard that he broke down, like I said, I was going to leak the story out. I had it. I was like, wow, he was crying. But I just didn't put it out because, like I said, Combat was there. But I could have leaked the story out. But I wanted to leak it to my dog, T-Dog, man. Like, because I know T-Dog will put out some content. Like, I used to leak out a lot of stuff. But if this is where I'm at in the game with it now. I'm not going to leak information out to people that's just going to sit on a panel and gossip. Like, no. if I give you a concrete story, put it out on your platform. That's the whole purpose. Like sitting around gossiping, and I'm gonna get to that too, because I think that's kind of killing Spence Crawford shit right now. I'm gonna get to that. That's part two of the source, right? Um, but when you get insider information, you're supposed to put it out, not sit on it. So when guys that I fuck with show me that they sit on shit, and it's like, all right, cool. I know I can't rely on you for nothing, media wise, real talk. But I had this, now it broke. It finally broke. I think the boxing scene, couple articles are talking about it now. But I didn't speak on it because what we had going on, and then like once I got back home, it was like, all right, it's over. Like the man won the fight. It's no big deal. But I could feel his pain. And shout out to the brother that commented. And he said, what did he say? Like I said, I've been killing it with the frames. The frames are everywhere right now. Look, my wife surprised me. That picture that you see, my wife blew up one of the pictures from the fight. I just threw it in one of my daughter's frames because I don't want it to get messed up. And I'm going to get a better frame for that. That's another addition to the office. I remember guys laughing at me. Look, I told y'all how I forgot how many years ago I was going to be working with fighters. Now look. If you speak stuff into existence and you follow through with it, it will happen for you, man. It will happen for you. I told guys that around 2023. I want to say 2018, man. I said this, and look how it came to be. But let me get to the comment. Because he hit the nail on the hammer. He says he wanted to put on his show for his hometown. If anything, that makes me root for the guy more. He did put on a show for his hometown. But I think, like, right now, he has so much on his plate, man. He has a brother that's incarcerated for murder, armed robbery. Watch that Mark Kriegel piece, man. I don't want to put Mark Kriegel's, shit out there, but great. He did a great cover piece on Jared, right? But let me get to, I'll come back to Jared in a second because Jared won, man. I don't really want to dwell on the fact that he might have other things going on mentally. Like I said, when you're that young and you have that much responsibilities, it be like that sometimes, man. The man is holding it down for his whole family. But yes, the frames are up. But I want to talk about this, right? We are 19 days out, right? And I was telling y'all this, man. I was telling y'all this yesterday. I was warming y'all up for this yesterday when I was speaking on Boots Ennis and how people are already jumping ship, already co-signing him off as the heir to the throne. But more importantly, that they're co-signing him as the heir to the throne. What they're really doing is, and these are a lot of the guys that was running around bashing Bud and that, right? They was killing Bud. They was a lot of these guys were this was the biggest fight in boxing, right? The biggest fight in boxing. But yet they're not pumping it like that right now. You know why they're not pumping it like that? Because, like I said, a lot of these YouTube content haters, not creators. You see what I said? Haters, right? They are selfish individuals. They want celebrity status. They want clout. They want funds. They want all of this stuff. And if you notice, leading up to this fight, 19 days out, right? how much studio for a hot second. But like I was saying, like how much coverage, right, have these guys got, right? None. And a lot of these YouTubers, right, respectfully, that's all they do. So now that they're not having access to Earl or his team or his camp, they're not speaking on the fight. They're not really doing videos or they're not pushing the narrative for the fight because they're not profiting off of it. They can't really profit off of it, right? But I seen this going to happen a mile away, though, man. To be honest, because like I said, a lot of these guys, they're not really boxing people. They're not really in the game like that. So, understandably, it's the level of the promotion on this fight. You see when Tank and Ryan, right? The promotion on Tank and Ryan, because the people that were actually promoting it, the casuals, the TikTokers, those type of people, right? They're not really con artists, and I say this respectfully. These guys already had an established audience where the thing that they're talking about is going to draw in their audience, whereas a lot of these YouTubers, and I got to be honest with you, man, they do not have the following. They do not have the pull like they claim they have. It's the writing been on the wall, man. The writing been on the wall, man, and it's showing right now with this fight, with this build up, because unlike the Tank Davis Ryan Garcia fight, Spence Crawford, the TikTokers, the younger crowd, they're not really behind the promo with this. You don't see the gamers and what's my man's name? I need Marley and them here with me right now. They know all these young guys. The dude that runs around with his phone asking about your drip. See, these guys aren't pushing Spence Crawford fight. That's why the buzz is dead, and it's dead to the point where the people that talk about it are the people that don't actually fuck with fights, and their audience don't fuck with fights. Shout out to Rick Glazier. The audience that is talking about the Spence Crawford fight are the audience that 9 times out of 10 is going to stream this fight. They're going to steal it. Now you're going to have people that go because they want to be seen to Vegas. But other than that, like, to me, 19 days out, the buzz for this fight, after all of the the back and forth leading up to the fight being signed and made, it just is not living up to the hype right now. It's not. Because like I said, the majority of the YouTubers that were profiting off of this fight when it wasn't being made feel some type of way. And that's why I did that short some type of way. You feel some type of way because you know you're not involved. You know, you sat around pushing pro Spence narratives for eons, for the whole duration of the fight, you know, building up to it being signed and Crawford's a duck and Crawford's this. Once the fight got signed, right, that was no longer, you couldn't no longer do that. Now reality is actually setting in with you guys because now if you guys are true fans, right, true supporters, now is the time to show that. Build the fight up. But you guys could not do that. You know why you couldn't do that? Because, and I say this respectfully, your numbers aren't official. You're not in the field official. And your community, your support system is really not a support system. Your inner structure, the guys that you communicate with, that you share information with, you're not all official. You're not solid. You're not builders. Y'all are con artists and frauds. And that is what we are getting right now. And if Jaron Ennis is smart, he stays the hell away from you guys. He does not embrace y'all. He does not accept, you know, what you guys are trying to quote unquote claim you're doing for him. He doesn't accept it or embrace it because he will be fine with or without you guys. To be honest, man. Because, and I say this with all due respect, a lot of you YouTube content haters are cancer to the game. You're a straight cancer, and it's showing with this. We're 19 days out, and there is no real buzz. No real buzz. You know why there's no real buzz? Because you guys with all of these numbers and views don't really have it like that. Y'all don't, man. Feel free to smash my like button because I'm giving you gems right now. You are getting gems. You know, and you're getting gems from a real insider. You know, I don't need to hide it no more. You know, I don't need to hide it. I could just go through my timeline, right? I can go through my timeline. The work is speaking for itself, right? I don't have to come. I can come on here and talk about all of these, right? These is actual frontline field stuff, right? But I'm on here now, trying to speak upon a fight that, to me, has been built up to be the biggest fight, but we're not getting that. You know why we're not getting that? Because YouTube is not that. I wish Steven Espinosa and them, but I guess you know what it is? The young crowd that they use for Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia don't really identify with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. And I say this too. See, you guys wanted us to believe that Earl Spence was this big celebrity star. Where's Yellow Beezy? A lot of these guys that were clinging around him were guys trying to come up off of his fame. They don't have it themselves. Because there's, and I gotta say this too, man. They had him go on $1 million worth of game. Both of them did. I thought that was going to kickstart it a little bit. It hasn't. It hasn't. They really need the young dudes that was rocking with Tank and Ryan, man. I'm telling you, man. But 19 days out, the buzz for this is like, it's not there, man. What do y'all think, man? It's three of y'all in here. Feel free to comment, man. This don't air hustle. Don't air hustle. Don't take what I'm giving you right now and run back and sit on a panel somewhere and discuss this. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. That's the worst thing to do. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When you run with anointed oil, because that's what I have. I have anointed oil. When you run with anointed oil and you do not pay homage to where you stole the oil from, nothing from that oil is going to grow. It won't. It won't. And when you try to like hinder or undermine anointed people, you won't grow, man. But how do y'all feel though, man? We are 3 weeks out, right? A little under 3 weeks now, 19 days. It should be so much more hype, man. I tell you what, if Don King was promoting this fight, let me blow my nose real quick. I'm gonna mute the mic. Give me a sec. Yes, that was proper etiquette. I muted the mic so I could blow my nose, right? But listen, if Don King was promoting this fight, man, it'd be a lot bigger, man. It'd be a lot bigger. I think that's Pop, right? That's Pop's page, the Dawn page. That's you, right, Pop? And shout out to Bruce Gas. It'd be a lot bigger, man. The build up, man. It's like, yo, we're 19 days out. They just dropped the first episode. They're filming the second episode. I see Earl Spencer's on location in Vegas for Frank Martin's fight. And I want to say this: is Earl Spence doing too much? So y'all talking about y'all talking about Bud Crawford, right? But let's look at Earl right now. Earl posts him getting tattooed. He's just everywhere with it. But that if you know him, you know him. That's, I'm not even gonna call him goofy. That's just him. He's been lost to me. You know what I'm saying? He's lost. He's lost, and it's showing in the promotion of this fight, right? It's like the image that they've been pushing for him forever. That's what they're into. But to me, it's like, bro, this is the biggest fight, right? You're getting this is how you're promoting it, showing you getting tattooed up, right? The jet part is cool, with the fam flying to what's the name? Then you're running. I think I seen some. What you running? That's probably Mount Charles, because you're out there in Vegas, right? Mount Charles. Trying to match Crawford's energy, but that's what you guys do, man. If you guys don't know right now, and another reason why I think Team Spence is so well, like, I'm trying to say this and not be, petty, but that's why I believe like a lot of the internet weirdos, respectfully, they like that because they have similar characteristics. No originality. No originality. Dudes will watch instead of being a free thinker or being like this right here. An innovator, coming up with your own thing. A lot of Spence's radical fans are followers, man. And I know how to play off for you guys right now. That video that I did, right? It might be at 7K right now. A little short that I did, right? Me giving my opinion on him, hitting the bag. 7K. You know how I got it to 7K? Every time a troll comments on it, I comment back. And it's so obvious, right? They telling me I'm not a boxing guy. I don't know nothing about boxing. That lets me know that you guys do not actually rock with my content, know who I am, And it just shows me who you guys actually are when it pertains to boxing and Earl Spence. You're just a idol worshiper because one guy, and thank you to him because he helped to generate the views on the video as well. He told me I had a whole channel that catered to hating on Earl Spence. So I went back and forth with him a little bit. Another gentleman called me a Bud Buddy. I went back and forth with him a little as well. Cause I said, damn, bro, are you looking at my profile? I'm Team Tucker Official Boxing Business. You're telling me I'm a Bud Buddy. I just want to see the fight. You know? I'm just critiquing the heavy bag work. Because I've been in the gym with EJ when he used to rip the heavy bag. I will post some of that footage up, but like I said, like I told my man Keep On, certain fighters, I know what I bring to the table now. I'm not promoting you. And I'm damn sure not marketing you. But I will market my ability and what I do. So if I do a reaction video on you, that's for me. That's for me. But I just think, sticking to the topic, man, I just think that, you know, the buildup is not there. It's just not there, man. And we got 19 days out. It could turn around in a heartbeat. But right now, yesterday or this weekend was the first edition of the All Access. I just knew it would be much more content and talk. No, you know what the talk was? A fighter, and I love the Ennis family. A fighter that has never even tasted nowhere close to the waters, being the heir apparent. Being the heir apparent. Maybe they know something about EJ that we don't know. You know, maybe they're coming to realization that Earl Spence isn't who he is anymore. You know, because they're not even pushing his line. They're not. D-Ray Promotions in the building. Smash the like button for me, D-Ray. Straight out of the north side, Omaha in the building. But they're not even pushing the line, man. Like, this is, yo, and I see combat. I see more of Terrence Crawford's supporters pushing the line. I don't see all the Earl Spence Radical channels that I watch. Because like I said, it's my job to watch you guys as the media marketing agent. That's one of my jobs, right? Because I come on here, see, a lot of you, and I say this respectfully, a lot of you guys look down on me and overlook me, right? Not realizing I'm a plug on the low. I'm a plug, man. But you guys network with the wrong type of people. I don't network with the type of niggas you network with. Pause, right? But a lot of these pro Earl Spence channels that was talking down on Bud Crawford when the fight wasn't being made, they're not even talking up on Earl Spence. They shifted their whole energy to Boots Ennis. You know, he's the next one. Maybe so. But the biggest fight in boxing is 19 days away. Why aren't you talking about that? You're talking about Devin Haney, right? Devin doesn't have a date. Devin doesn't even have a promotional company right now. Because to be honest, is DHP a promotion company? It is, but is Devin going to put on a fight card? No, Devin is trying to find the dates. But these are the things that you guys are talking about. But yet, the fight that you guys claim you wanted for 5 years is 19 days away, and there's no real buzz on it. I just hope this does not trickle downhill. Like, we still have time, man. But how right now, 19 days out, it's not looking good, man. But like I said, things can turn around. And I want to know why. I know it was a lot of brothers on deck. They should have asked Steven Espinosa that, man. Like, why did you switch up? Like, if you just had such a successful promotion, right? And catch my sauce right here. Now, I'm CEO Shalom Jones right here, right? CEO Shalom Jones, media marketing agent, man. You know, this is free sauce, free game right here. All I ask is for you to smash my like button. The media that was on deck that had access to Steven Espinosa Saturday in Atlantic City should have asked him, why did you switch the promotion up for Spence Crawford? Why didn't you go with the social media TikTok approach for that? Why didn't he? You know, they had the same type of setup, you know, the all accesses, but they brought in the social media TikTokers. Why didn't they do that for Spence Crawford? Especially after the big success that the Davis Garcia was. Is that a fair assessment? Is that a fair assessment? He said blame Bud for the numbers. Nah, Bud is doing his thing, man. Bud has done YouTube. Shout out to In the Ring with Christine and Knockout by Nika. Hopefully I said y'all stuff right. Bud was over there. Bud was on $1 million worth of game. Bud has been making his rounds, promoting this fight on YouTube, as well as old media, as well as syndicated media. You know, he's doing his thing. EJ as well. EJ was on the bar stool, $1 million worth of game. Right now they got the PBC, but see, the PBC thing is so cheesy. I want y'all to pay attention. They and this is the networks and the promotional companies that you guys act like are doing big things, right? They today just released the other video, right? Of who fought Sean Porter better. It's on YouTube right now, right? But if you look at the video, right, that video was done in LA, Beverly Hills, for the press conference, the initial press conference. So they was holding on to that video to now to drop. That's terrible. That's terrible. That is terrible. You just now dropping that video. You should have dropped all those videos and flooded the internet with that and paid for the ad revenue and all that, like you guys do when you did the initial one. When they both was asking each about like how each other, you know, what do you rate this? Because that's when you did all that. But you just dropped that today. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know, man? Smash my like button. You know, that's all I ask. Doesn't cost you $1. But what do y'all think, man? Do y'all think the promotion is through the roof? He says some people shouldn't talk. I agree, Oscar the Grouch. That's his name, right? All right, let me comment on his shit. And a lot of these comments, right, on that Earl Spence video coming from troll accounts, guys that got accounts for 3 months. He said I was laying in the bed in the middle of the day. Watch the comment I give him now. 'Cause Yes, I appreciate these guys doing that. One second. Let me answer this. Hello.
Hi, this is Erin from Medicare Health Center.
I'm back. I'm back. I knew I shouldn't have answered that call. Another troll account. Troll accounts, right? These dudes, a lot of these troll accounts, right? On YouTube, they are cowards, bro. They are actual people that are scared and they hide behind a fake account. Only on the internet, right? Only on the internet. But salute to them. Now I know how to play with them now. I can play the villain. I could be an asshole. I'll do that, you know. If that's what it takes to get people to watch content, oh, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But D Ray, he said he was on bar stools. You know, they did their job as far as like interviews and stuff. They have. It's just the promotion. Like I'm gonna play the video right now, right? Because I was watching it, and yeah, that's the first thing that I said to myself. Like, why are y'all releasing this now? Why are y'all releasing this now? This is like stupid. It didn't make no sense. Right here, here it goes. Look. It didn't make no sense. They recorded all of this in LA, but they're releasing it now. They should have flooded the internet with all of this.
He wasn't the same fighter when he fought Terrence Crawford. I got the stoppage. He wasn't able to get the stoppage. I feel like my fight with Sean Porter was very just, on Sean Porter. I feel like he wasn't the same fighter when he fought Terrence Crawford. If you look back after he fought me, he fought Sebastian at 147 pounds, and he definitely did not look the same. Looked like a lot was taken out of him with my fight. And then, he went on to fight Terrence Crawford, and I feel like there it was 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
I'm gonna stop. He said a lot was taken out of him when he fought you. A lot of low blows were taken up out of him. You hit that man in his nuts crazy times. You dropped him one time, but you claim that you took a lot out of him. See, they should have dropped all of this when they record all this, because this shows the hating EJ, the jealous EJ, right? But they drop it today, 6 hours ago. Now this doesn't go with the image that they just presented to us on All Access. You see what I'm saying? Like these come on, man. And these are supposed to be the people that are the quote unquote ones that know what they're doing. But let's move on.
And then, he went on to fight Terrence Crawford, and I feel like there it was 1 foot in and 1 foot out, because he was talking about he wanted to retire, and he even went on his channel, even said that he wasn't doing the things that his dad wanted him to do, and some of the stuff he felt like was unnecessary. So that shows you there. And then he gassed out versus Terrence Crawford. He was saying that, he was trying to pace himself. Like, when have we ever known Sean Porter to try to pace himself and talking about, gassing out?
Okay, I'm gonna stop it again, right? Pretty much what he's saying that Sean Porter's dad said. There's a video floating around of, and I'm gonna play that too. Kenny Porter stating the same thing after you fought him. So, is it fair to say that this is something that Kenny Porter says when his son loses a fight? But let's move on. You're rocking out with Sauce, Shy Sauce. Smash the like button for me one time.
Talking about, gas now, getting tired, I believe, he trained to be 100% ready and just, throw punches nonstop and be 100% focused. So, and I beat him when he was the WC welterweight champion of the world. So that says a lot too. He wasn't a champion when Terrence Crawford beat him, and he just didn't look the same at all.
Comparing my performance against Sean Porter versus Errol Spence, I felt as if I performed in a greater fashion than Errol did versus Sean Porter. I got the stoppage. He wasn't able to get the stoppage. I feel as if he didn't get the knockdown in the late rounds that Sean clearly had the victory in the bag. So that's the comparison from my performance.
Man, yo. Who just talks for about an hour? Yo, EJ went on and on and on and on. Yo, Bud got right to the grits. But they recorded this the same time they recorded all the other stuff. They should have dropped it all. They should have dropped it all, They should have dropped it all, but they couldn't. They couldn't. And I don't know why, man. And to me, to be honest, it's affecting the promotion of this fight, man. But let's get to what Earl stated, right? Earl said that Kenny Porter said that Shawn didn't train. But I have a clip of Kenny Porter saying the same thing in regards to you. So let's play that real quick. It's good to have the receipts.
This wasn't because I know I've been to some of your camps.
You've seen tough camps. This wasn't a tough camp, and here's the reason why. Because I'm gonna tell you the reason why. It'll make perfect sense to you. After the Ugas fight, he took 1 week off. 2 weeks after the Ugas fight, he started cross training. Him and Larry just started doing some regular workouts, nothing to do with boxing. 3rd week out, they went into a boxing gym, hit a bag a little bit, didn't even hit no pads. 4th week out from the fight, 30 days to the day, he sparred 10 rounds. 30 days to the day, he fought Ugas. So he just cruised all the way into this fight. He never had to crank it up or do anything really hard. His body wasn't taxed. He just worked his way into it. So he stayed between 12 and 15 pounds in the fight weight the whole entire time.
Kenny, was this your son's toughest camp? Like where he pushed himself up? This wasn't because I know I've stopped.
See, he just said right there. That was the Earl Spence fight. That was after Earl the loss. He just stated that wasn't his toughest camp. So this is something that Kenny Porter may do. So when I hear Earl use that answer, that narrative as to he fought the better Porter because Kenny Porter said that Shawn wasn't listening, he just said the same thing about you in his fight. If that makes any sense, man. I don't know, man. Told you, I don't know. I just report the news, man, and pay attention. That's it. I just report the news and pay attention to what is being said. But D-Ray, what do you think, D-Ray? D-Ray said Cal Brook and Thurman took what out of Porter? You know, I just report the facts, man. That's it. So what are we to believe, right? Are we to believe that um he didn't train hard for you either, EJ? Because that's what Kenny just said. But you want to use that for Terrence. You want to say that he didn't train hard for Terrence. Yeah, I'm coming in. I'm coming in. He said Dragon Porter's name like a man, that's crazy. That's what they did though, D-Ray. I just want to got me some egg drop soup. Egg drop soup is good. A lot of protein. Coach Reen loves this as well. He said he should have more respect for him than that. I don't, D-Ray, to me, man, that's like when it comes to Earl Spence, you don't know which one you're getting. One day, depending on what vitamins or nutrients he's on, he's very respectable. And then the next time, he has his coach's energy. Bud hasn't fought nobody. It's going to be a one-sided ass whooping. So it's like, what is what? But I'm about to do me some film study. You know, I gave you guys my hour. Actually, I gave y'all 3 hours today. Because I think I was on live for like 2 this morning. Sweeping the roads before they called me back. And they switched my machine. Because I might have stayed on for 5 hours this morning. But they called me back. I had to switch equipment. So it kind of messed me up. That's why you see that I'm on now. Yes, you should. You should have. They should have more respect. But listen to it again, though, D-Ray. You gotta listen. I'm gonna let you hear both of them, right? He stated. This is what he stated. Like, see, that's why it's good to listen. See, they get mad at me because I listen. This is what he said, though. Look. And then you're gonna hear Kenny Porter say the same thing. But look. This is what he said, that he did not train for the fight. Look.
He was the same fighter when he fought Terrence Crawford.
I got the stoppage. He wasn't able to get the stoppage.
I feel like my fight with Sean Porter was better just, on Sean Porter. I feel like he wasn't the same fighter when he fought Terrence Crawford. If you look back, after he fought me, he fought Sebastian at 147 pounds, and he definitely did not look the same. Looked like a lot was taken out of him with my fight. And then, he went on to fight Terrence Crawford, and I feel like there it was 1 foot in and 1 foot out because he was talking about he wanted to retire. And he even went on his channel, even said that he wasn't doing the things that his dad wanted him to do, and some of the stuff he felt like was unnecessary. So
stop it right there. You heard what he just said. That's coming from his mouth. That he said that Sean said he wasn't doing some of the things that his dad wanted him to do. Now, this is what Kenny said after your fight, though, EJ. So it's like, who do we believe? Look.
Wasn't taxed. He just worked his way into it. So he stayed between 12 and 15 pounds in the fight weight the whole entire time.
Kenny, was this your son's toughest camp fight where he pushed himself? This wasn't that tough. Because I know I've been to some of your fights.
You've seen tough camps. This wasn't a tough camp, and here's the reason why. No, I'm going to tell you the reason why. It'll make perfect sense to you. After the Ugas fight, he took 1 week off. 2 weeks after the Ugas fight, he started cross-training. Him and Larry just started doing some regular workouts. Nothing to do with boxing. 3rd week out, they went into a boxing gym. Hit a bag a little bit. Didn't even hit no pads. 4th week out from the fight, 30 days to the day, he sparred 10 rounds. 30 days to the day, he fought Ugas. So he just cruised all the way into this fight.
Man.
He never had to crank it up or do anything really hard.
So he just said it right there that he just cruised to the fight with you, E. Never had to do anything. So who are we to believe? He said Porter wanted to rematch EJ at the post-fight. Yeah, that's a fact, D-Ray. That's a fact. Shout out to D-Ray. D-Ray gets a executive credit. That's a fact, D-Ray. Smart man. They did not want to run it back with him either. And then, 2 weeks after that, EJ had the accident. But that is a fact, D-Ray. That is a fact. Fact the mundo, D-Ray. Fact the mundo. So what do you think, D-Ray? Who do you think fought the better Porter? No, it's not even about the better Porter. The question was, who had the better performance, right? And I'm going to give my assessment right now, and then you can follow yours up. If we don't agree, we don't agree. I think deep down inside, EJ knew that Terrence's performance was better because Terrence stopped him. A man that hasn't been stopped. That's why he tried to, if you notice, in that piece that I played, right? Which fighter tried to diminish the other fighter what he done? Earl Spence tried to diminish. They asked who had the better performance. The only thing that Earl Spence said was highlighting his performance was, I fought him when he had the title. He was a WC champion. Okay. Other than that, what was he talking on? Sean not being Sean when he fought Terrence. No. What made your performance better? We don't want to hear about yada, yada, yada. Why was your performance better? When they went to Bud didn't say, oh, this Earl Smith. No. Bud said, I stopped him. My performance was because he stopped him. Bud said, prior to you knocking him down, Sean was winning that fight. Wow. I didn't say it. He said it. Look, let's play it back, man. I'm gonna play it back, man. I don't want y'all to think that I'm just making stuff up.
Some of the stuff he felt like was unnecessary, so that shows you there. And then he gassed out versus Terrence Crawford. He was saying that, he was trying to pace himself. Like, when have we ever known Sean Porter to try to pace himself and talking about, gassing out or getting tired, I believe, he trained to be 100% ready and just, throw punches nonstop and be 100% focused. So, and I beat him when he was the WC welterweight champion of the world. So that says a lot too. He wasn't a champion when Terrence Crawford beat him, and he just didn't look the same at all.
Comparing my performance against Sean Porter versus Errol Spence, I feel as if I performed in a greater fashion than Errol did versus Sean Porter. I got the stoppage. He wasn't able to get the stoppage. I feel as if he didn't get the knockdown in the late rounds that Sean clearly had the victory in the bag.
Yo, game over right there. You see? Did you see the two comparisons? He stated Earl tried to do everything but anything to diminish Sean and diminish Bud's performance. All Bud stated was, I got the stoppage. He didn't. Prior to him knocking him down in late rounds, he was losing the fights. Off of that video, I gotta kind of go with Bud, man, because and I say this respectfully, EJ kind of makes it seem that way because he tries to make it seem like the version of Porter he fought was like he was in there throwing punches nonstop, this, that, and the third. Shout out to the yard man on deck across the pond. Blessings upon blessings, my good brother James, man. But yeah, so I don't get that, man. Because you see, I had to play it out for y'all. What Kenny Porter alleged said after the Earl Spence fight. He said it wasn't the hardest training camp. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the heat. I don't know, man. Maybe it's the heat, man. But we are 19 days away, man. 19 days away. I might come back on because I don't. This is a little too much to put all in one. But I want to highlight the full plate of Derrick James now, because remember I gave you guys the heads up on this, like I always do, and the sauce goes over your heads, right? But now you're seeing it play out because today was Anthony Joshua and Dillian White's press conference. Shout out to Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt is working with Dillian White. I don't know if Derek was there because, Derek has his other fighter fighting and Frank Martin. So Derek might be in Vegas. And then his other fighter is in Houston preparing. So you guys don't want to talk about this either. Shout out to WCS. WCS excellent live earlier, breaking down Derek's boxing career. Oh man, I got a good laugh out of that. Earlier, you helped me get through the day today, man. Good laughs. This is the guy that talked about Terrence Crawford fighting nobodies, and kind of beat me to the punch, man. Because I damn sure was going to do a video on that as well. But I don't need to now. And whenever I want a good laugh, I can always play back Combat's video. Because I was definitely going to bring that to the light, man. Like, I didn't have to because I did it in Combat's chat. But I was going to let the people know the reason why Derek wants EJ and all his fighters to get knocked out, because that's how his trainers did him. Instead of them stopping, he had 7 losses. 4 by stoppage, right? Instead of his trainer, coach that was working his corner, throwing in the towel, they let him get put. So that's why he wants his fighters to get put. And, to each his own, man. But to be honest, your trainer is supposed to be, he's supposed to look out for you, man. That's not. It shouldn't be that way, man. Listen, man. I would not advise any fighters to fight underneath a trainer with that type of mentality. That instead of having you take the punishment and stop calling it off, wanting you to get knocked out. I think, that, hey, man, to each his own. I'm not into that, bro. I'm not into that, man. Because you could die in that ring, man. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? I just, I'm just 11 fights in with a highly regarded prospect in Jihad Tucker. I'm about 3 years in, 3 national championships, #1 ranking with Jamali Tucker. Remember I told you about Marley when he was 10? Now he's 3-time defending national champion, #1 ranked in the nation. So, that when it comes to coaching or a team member, those are my accolades. So I guess you could say I'm still a little green, if you want to say that. But I do have some type of resume, right? Is that fair to say? But you see my resume as a photographer. It is building and building. Oh, man, beautiful work. I call these, I'm going to call out, but I want to just highlight some of my work. These are on IG as well. On YouTube as well. These are face-off frames. That is Dante Benjamin to the left against the African from Columbus, Ohio, that he got out of there in 1 round. See the stare down and face-off? He did not keep the same energy. He did. And look, this is what I want to show, right? I put some type of way up there for a reason, right? The only like that I received from those frames, right? Professional frames, man, was from the fighter himself, Dante Benjamin. I couldn't believe that, man. But I can believe it. But shout out to Dante Benjamin for acknowledging the source's work. I should have, what I should have done? I should have had him as a collaborator. But I just, what it is, I'm promoting my businesses now. So I use my photography page. But he liked it, Shout out to him. Shout out to him. That is, look, the youngest in charge right here. This is the youngest in charge in the field, front lines. Coach Reen on the scene with $1 Million Marley. They say a frame is worth 1,000 words. There was about, let me see, give or take. I'll tell you right now. Give or take. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 4 rows back on the floor. This is the first row right here. I heard somebody screaming, "Daddy, Daddy." I was trying to work. I turned around and I seen it was my daughter. I snapped the picture. Her and Molly, look. There she is with her client. Because she's a young PR. That's her with her client. $1 Million Marley. They was attending the fights. 3-time defending national champion Jamali Tucker on deck at the fights in Toledo. Maybe I'll do a live stream on that, man. But listen, man, I'm going to wrap this up. Salute to everybody that came through the UK. Heavy in the building. My guy, James Johnson. Yes. Wagwan Lion. Yes, man. Appreciate you coming through. D-Ray, WCS, and any others that are, I got 5 of y'all in here right now. Some of y'all might be the guys that talked crazy about me on that Earl Spence video that I put out. And now you're looking, right? I know Those of y'all that talk crazy are probably bumping your head right now. Because not only did you tell me I don't know nothing about boxing, you told me I was laying on my back in a video, and it was midday. As you can see, I work. I don't have time to lay on my back midday. I'm working. I have a successful municipality career that, unfortunately, I don't have the age yet, but I have the time. I couldn't retire. So, no, I'm not laying on my back all day. And when I'm not doing that, as you can see from the frames, I am some would say, look, I am a team member, as Steve right there, but I am on my way to becoming one hell of a photographer. One hell of a photographer. And if I want to add more accolades to that, definitely this is another notch on the resume. I do some fine interviews. Last one I just did was with the #1 ranked super welterweight, Charles Bad News Conwell. Great interview. I think that might have been one of my best StreamYard interviews because I planned it out. I had my own producer notes. And if you watch the interview, you keep seeing me put my head down because as I went through each producer note and, footnote and went off of my question, I was just jotting it off. 30 minutes. It was a 30-minute interview. Didn't seem that I was on there, but because that's how in-depth and great the conversation was. But 30 minutes. So I plan on having him back on again. I don't do the open panels no more, man. I just don't. I did that when I did have the doors open. I just felt like, guys took me for granted. I am available for interviews if you do want to interview me. I'm noticing that on YouTube. Does anybody want to interview me? You're interviewing people that don't have nowhere near the. No, I don't want to say that because then they're going to say I'm stunting. But no, I'm just joking with y'all, man. I'm about to wrap this up, break down some film, and just chill out, man. I like coming on here blogging, man. Giving you an hour. I really like doing it during my work day because I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. But see, today, like my kids, they stay in the pool now, man. So it's easier to rock and roll. It's very quiet. Daffy's at my feet. So what I am going to do, like I said, I'm going to wrap this up. Smash the like button on your way out. As always, thank you to everybody that came through. Like, share, and subscribe. Look at this frame right here. I put that's what I might do too. I think I can concentrate enough to watch film and also play with some more frames because I still got a lot of frames to get to. But yes, everybody be blessed, be good. 19 days away, man. Let's keep the momentum going with this fight, though, man. Don't lose focus, man. Talk the fight up. We know a lot of y'all gonna steal it. You're not gonna support it, but talk it up, man. Talk it up, man. Talk it up. That is Stitch Duran. Look, see when you guys look. I want to show y'all something, right? See that Stitch Duran, right? And then you guys be wondering how I do the things that I do, right? That's Stitch, right? Stitch Duran. Mr. Jacob, I call him. That's my guy, man.
Hey, you guys. A shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast. You guys enjoy it. It's a good one.
So y'all didn't listen. So you didn't listen, man. It's all good though, man. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. He told y'all that years ago, right? Like I said, I'm coming up on my 5th year anniversary on YouTube. I've been doing the podcast now by myself. I started out with colleagues, but you know, sometimes you have to lead from the front, lead by example. I've been doing it on my own now, consistent. You know, consistent. And you see where it has taken me, man. You know, how many other podcasters can say they're doing the things that I am doing, man? To be honest, man. I'm just blessed and grateful, man. You know, I come on here and I talk to myself, but then I do things like this.
Yo, Zaga, Slime Master.
Yo, man, shout out to Sauce Talk, man. We in books and shit now.
Oh, man, what's that feeling like, man? First press conference, you walking out, the people are noticing you, saying, yo, he's in that book. He's in that book, man. What's that feeling like, man?
You know, it feels good, man. You know, I actually want to get it going for this fight, man. Get it out the way, you know?
Yeah, definitely, man. But, yo, just describe that first press conference, you know, 2 days out. You know, you was on the main stage, you know, Q&A. What was that like, man?
It was fire, you know. It was real fire. Shout out Top Rank. Shout out Bob Barrow, man. Shout out Sauce Talk. Shout out Jay Prince, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and we here, you know, and we going to keep going. We're going to keep being here. We're going to keep going up.
Yeah.
No cap.
That's a fact, man.
No cap. And we know we still slamming, man.
Yeah, man.
Still walking down, man. We here.
Man. Prudential Center. You see where it's at. Downtown Newark. Shakur Stevenson card. Yo, everybody was talking about my man was in there dapper, man. Yo, you know, got the, what is that, velvet? Got the nice suit on, velour, you know, got the specs on, the shades, styling on him, you know.
Yeah, roll that up for AB.
Yeah, AB, yeah, definitely.
One more time over here.
Yeah, definitely, man.
What's up, man? Hopefully that didn't offend anybody, man. You know, I don't want to offend anybody, man. And I want to say this. For those of y'all commenting on my video, worried about my tooth, my chipped tooth and my teeth. When Jihad Tucker becomes a world champion and Marley and all that, you know what I'll do? I'll go buy veneers. You know, like your favorite fighter. I'll get a mouthful of fresh ones. How about that? But to be honest with you, the ladies don't complain about me being Beetlejuice.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimuheloa. I'm a Top Rank Knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes. Playing, man. I told you I was coming back to the city of Cowboy, Tulsa, Oklahoma, seek and destroy. You know the vibe. Yeehaw!